Namah Shivaya, Asinist Fire, here on the Way of Dharma. Our topic for today is I'm kidding. If you are new over here, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and share. Way of Dharma, our topic for today is the topic of God. Who exactly is God? What exactly is God? Now let's talk about a few case studies that will push you right into the right direction. In the Hindu scriptures, it is said that Vishnu worships Mahadeva, and Mahadeva worships Vishnu, worships Vishnu. So it's a tit for tat type of thing. And there's another aspect of it which involves Brahma. You understand? So in Hinduism and Sanskritam, we have the most popular mantra called the Pranava. It is made up of three syllables? I think it's three letters. Yes, three syllables. Yes, three syllables. A-U-M. Popularly chanted as Om. It's the Om mantra, but in actuality, it's made up of three letters, which are A-U-M. Can also be chanted as Aum. So what exactly is this Pranava mantra? This Pranava mantra is in actuality the three Murti, the Holy Trinity in Hinduism, which is Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Om Brahma Vishnu Shivatmika Namaha. Om Brahma Vishnu Shivatmika Yay Namaha. So it's the Trimurti, the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity. So A stands for the beginning, which is Brahma, and then U stands for the preserver or the ongoing, which is Vishnu. And then as an act of closing your mouth and ending the sound is symbolic of Mahadeva, Om Namah Shivaya, the great God of gods in Hinduism, the destroyer. It symbolizes the destroyer. So now, why does the operator or the preserver or the sustainer worship the destroyer? And why does the destroyer worship the preserver and the beginning? Why is it so? In that case, there's major sects of cults, basically, or devotees of gods and goddesses in Hinduism. You have a cult dedicated to Vishnu. You have a cult dedicated to Shiva. You have a cult of Brahmins, you understand? So why is it that you have such cults, whereas the very same gods that are being worshipped are in actuality worshipping one another? It is simple. The secret lies in the word. I like the word God and how Baba C. Freemanel breaks it down. He breaks it down as this. Apparently, God is a German word, and it's actually an acronym, meaning generator, operator, and destroyer. So God is not a title. It's not a God somewhere in the sky. It's simply an acronym, meaning the generator, the operator, and the destroyer. You have the same concept in Christianity, but it lacks one aspect. You have the Alpha and Omega. You lack the sustaining part, the preserver of life. You lack it in Christianity. There's only two. You lack one, basically. So basically, why are these guys worshiping one another? And I did tell you that God is an acronym meaning generator, operator, and destroyer. If that's so, then why do you have three major deities in Hinduism? You have three major deities because it's different characteristics of God, basically. God has a beginner's aspect, has a preserving aspect, has a destroyer aspect, Holy Trimurti. So that's why it is symbolized as three. Humanity and human consciousness cannot grasp any other vocabulary easily or easier than that of symbolism and images, basically. So the energy symbolizes itself in three characteristics, that of the generator, the operator, and the destroyer. But in actuality, it is one energy. You understand? The whole. That's the true energy, the God, basically. So picture it as this way. You have a circle, right? 1/3 of the circle is the beginner. Second third is the operator. Last third of the circle is the destroyer. And it's constantly going like this, like a snake eating away at its tail. You understand? Man, these people are yamming away at my things. You see now, it's disturbing the entire thing. Anyway, yes, it's a circle, basically. You understand? So that circle sustains itself in that way, like a snake eating away at its tail. You understand? So let's do it this way. Okay, let's do it this way. The beginner, the second, meaning the preserver, and the destroyer. It's a circle going like this. So the circle in the beginning has someone playing its role, or a certain energy playing its role. And then to take it from that stage to another stage, you need another energy, which is the preserver. And then another energy, which is the destroyer. The beginner is vital for the beginning of things to happen. The sustainer is vital to make sure that the energy keeps going. Where you lack energy, you need something that will sustain you. And then the destroyer is vital because it is the one, or he is the one, that will be responsible for a new beginning, basically. So a destroyer has to come to shut the door, and shut the door to make sure that the beginner will open the door again, and then the cycle continues. Hence, I'm saying it's a circle, a snake eating at its tail, basically. So for that snake, for there to be a beginner in the new process, there has to be someone who destroys the past. For it to be possible to continue, you need to have something sustaining you, a sustainer. To start on a path, you have to have a beginner or a beginning. So that's what it is, basically. When they say Vishnu worships Shiva, it is saying that Vishnu acknowledges the energy of Shiva, the vitality of energy of Shiva's energy. Had it not been for Shiva, Brahma and Vishnu would not exist. And had it not been for the sustainer, the energy would have dissipated and it wouldn't need anyone to destroy in order to build a new world. So Shiva wouldn't be there if there was no sustainer. So Shiva also, Brahma wouldn't be there if Shiva didn't destroy the past. And if Vishnu, if there was no one beginning, Brahma, if Brahma wasn't there, there wouldn't be any Vishnu and Shiva. So it's a circle. Picture it as a circle having 3 equal parts, each third having equal vitality and potency and necessity in the process of life. Basically, God is a process of life. God is different stages of life. But let's go deeper into the subject. Who exactly is God? Now we've established that God is an acronym: generator, operator, and destroyer. Now let's go deeper further into it. You understand? Before that acronym, before energy took forms in those 3 characteristics, it is just energy. You understand? It is just energy. So when it has taken all those three forms, it has become a creation, basically. When it takes forms, it becomes a creation. Before creation, it was nothing. It was just energy. You understand? It was just neutral energy. Then it took form in that Trimurti, the Trinity. And then now it has become creation. God is that acronym and the creator of those 3 energies, basically. You understand? So now we have the same characteristics that the one that came before the acronym has, that neutral energy, that nothingness. We have the same creative power, destructive power, and sustenance power, sustaining power, basically. You understand? So in actuality, God is you. You are the generator, the operator, and the destroyer of your life. You have the same creation or creative ability that the nothingness has, basically. You have the same ability. You understand? If God was there in the concept of Christianity, in the concept of someone you have to pray to, you wouldn't have to go through suffering. Take this for example. You have a child. You know what goes into growing. You know what's behind the scenes of growing. You understand? So what do you do in actuality? You prepare your child for the circumstances, and some of the circumstances you will fight very hard to make sure that the child doesn't have to go through. Why? Because you love the child. You understand? And you love them unconditionally. So you'd have to prepare a better future so that they don't have to endure half of the things that you have endured. So automatically, you know what would plague the child. You know what you don't want the child to go through. And you know what the child will have to go through to learn. You know, they have to go through puberty. You can't stop that. So you leave them to be. But then in the case of having to go through drugs and alcoholism, you'd make sure that you give them a better foundation and a better upbringing to make sure that they don't endure. You understand? And they can learn the lessons from just afar. However, let me fix things. However, in the case of God, in the way of Christianity, or the popular concept of God, you have to pray first for God to redeem you out of a situation. That in itself proves that there is no God, there is no one looking after you except for you. If there was God, He'd only be there to serve you because you come before creation. Now, God, as we have established, is an acronym: generator, operator, and destroyer. And energy taking that form of acronym, can we both agree that it is creation? You understand? So, if God is there, He is there to serve you. Unfortunately, I'll have to tell you this. You understand? Another proof to further show you that God is there to serve you. Why, when you pray for something, you get prayers answered and you get that thing that you pray for? Or whatever that you request from God, you get it sometimes. If you are focused, if you are powerful in your thoughts. Honestly speaking, 99 or 90% of my prayers were answered. One of my prayers is actually occult knowledge. You understand? This wisdom of King Solomon. I did ask for the wisdom of King Solomon. Years later, it happens, I stumbled into the book called the Koesha, 72 Demons of King Solomon. So the wisdom of Solomon was given to me by God. You understand? So if God answered my prayer in that way, then He served me. I commanded Him to give me this knowledge in the way of prayer. You understand? If God was superior, they wouldn't even budge to your requests because they would be superior to you. You understand? Same way that your parents serve you. They go to their jobs, working 9 to 5, just to serve you, basically. So you see that either way, it shows you that God is there to serve you. Same way your parents are there to serve you. And if God was superior, He'd make sure that you have your needs, basically, because at a certain point in your life, your parents are over you, basically, above you. So that's how they are able to support you, basically. You understand? So if God was superior to you, He would be able to support you without you even requesting from Him. And then that other thing also, you understand? Are you with me now? Are you with me now? So you find people coming from Christianity going into Hinduism. They worship Krishna. Krishna is an avatar of Mahavishnu. Vishnu is Shiva, and Shiva is Brahma, and Brahma is Shiva, and Shiva is Vishnu. You understand? It's one energy, one creative force, or one creation, basically. So when you come worship an avatar of creation, now you're starting to come with the mindset and mentality of religion into spirituality. So now you lose the whole point. You put Krishna before you. Whereas Krishna is a certain energy you can call upon to help you through what you are going through. You understand? The real Krishna is that creative power that you have that is similar to that of the major creator or the macro creator that created Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, that created God, the three acronyms, the creation energy. So the real Krishna is that energy, that higher self. You understand? So when you recognize that higher self, you are tapping into real Krishna. But the Krishna of the avatar and you worshipping Krishna, hoping to please Krishna, you are coming in with the wrong mindset. It's fine if you have to come through with that mindset. You understand? Exactly. So now let's move on into godhood and initiation. You understand? When you chant mantras, when you ask Krishna for something, he gives it back to you. You are commanding Krishna or asking Krishna to give you something. Now let's go back into humanity. When you have to ask a human being for something, there has to be manipulation involved. There has to be trickery involved. Are you in actuality tricking Krishna? And if you are tricking Krishna, why isn't he upset about it? Simple. He is there to serve you. The real Krishna is your higher self and is in actuality within you. So don't come into spirituality with the mindset of religion. You understand? That's where you get nyammed up. It's a very, very cool thing to think about. Asking for something from the universe and getting a response from it. Another scam that the spiritualists like to talk about is having a connection with the universe. I don't know what you guys are talking about when you are saying you want to establish a connection with the universe, because already you have a connection with the universe. Your messed up life, up until where you are at now, is a result of a connection between you and the universe. You've been sending negative vibes to the universe, and it's giving you those vibes. Even those same thoughts of being disconnected is actually a conversation with you in the universe. Is actually a connection taking place, the conversation, exchange of messages taking place between you and your universe. You understand? So, what connection are you looking for? What connection are you looking for when you can instantly send out a negative thought and then it comes back with negative results? So, stop saying that you want a connection with the universe and stop saying that you are grateful to the universe for something. Gratitude should be felt, obviously, okay? To what? To make sure that you detach from wanting illusory stuff, illusion stuff that aren't practical in your current existence, and also making sure that you can see progress. Gratitude is important for that. You understand? But the universe listens to you. It organizes events and circumstances in your favor after you have sent the thought out, after you have performed the ritual. So stop looking for connection. You are already connected to the universe. Om Namah Shivaya. You are God. You understand? So God, who is God exactly? You are God. You are the magician. You understand? So you have to exercise your creative power. Neville Goddard says that God is the human imagination. The one that causes things to happen is God. You are God, the magician. And everyone has this creative power inside of them. If you don't recognize this creative power, we'll come and hit you with tantra and we'll get our desires being fulfilled by you. Because now you are giving us your creative power. You understand? When in actuality, you could be taking back your power. And when I'm coming with my mantras and doing tantra, you hit me back. And then it will depend upon our willpower. Who's the better? God. But in actuality, don't you forget this. You are God. You already have a connection with the universe. Stop trying to establish connection with the universe. You already have it. Another thing that I'm noticing in the occult community, you didn't come with preliminary studying that is vital to your growth as a magician. Go back to read beginner books. Go back to change your mindset into that of a god, into that of a magician, before you can take to higher practices. Because now you will think that a deity is doing this and that to you because you didn't do this and that as a result. So yes, that's what it is actually. You are God, the magician. You cause things to change, you cause things to happen. And God is a creation, which is generator, operator, and destroyer. You have the same power that created that creation, which is God. And God was there to serve you, to give you your needs. You understand? Your human needs. You understand? So that's why it is not safe to say that you should aspire to be a god. Because let me tell you something. When you aspire to be a god, you are just like dead people. What do we call our ancestors in South Africa? Badim, meaning the gods. You understand? Or those that are high. You understand? The gods. So when you become an ancestor, you will work for spirits like King Paimon. You will be in their legion, there to serve human needs. That's what exactly those legends are, the ancestors. So don't be a god, seek to dissolve back into nothingness. The same creative power that created God and the same avatars of the ancestors. Om Namah Shivaya, Asinist Fire, here on the Way of Dharma. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. I'm charged up over here.